I would hazard a guess that most people watching this already know me from another platform. But if you are randomly finding me in the wild, super weird, but hello, welcome. Let me introduce myself. I'm Mikhila and I have been making YouTube videos for the past almost 15 years. I'm married and a mother to two children, one of whom is an actual adult with a job, and I'm rounding the corner to 40. I have a day job in the railway industry and I also run a small business with my friend Karen where we make and sell home fragrance. On my next birthday in February, I'm going to be 39 and I've never had any issues, I've never had any qualms with age or just, a big birthday. I've never had any kind of worries about that kind of thing, but 40 feels really significant. I'd had two children and two husbands by the time I was 25, there or thereabouts. And so I kind of always imagined my freedom years would be post 40. I think that's probably why I was never afraid of it. I I always saw it as something in the future to look forward to when life felt a little bit claustrophobic. And just while we're there, we are not accepting any mom shaming at this time. We all feel it at some time or another. And even if you're not a mom, I'm sure you have moments where you feel totally penned in and trapped by life. And you have something in the future that makes you feel like maybe this is when. And after 40, like life after 40, always felt like it was going to be amazing. This year, I was also diagnosed with ADHD, which was a long time coming, a long time, but it gave me a lot of answers to a lot of the struggles that I had throughout my adult life. It was just, it felt like a weight had been lifted. Not that anything improved, and I'm yet to try any kind of medication, but just to give it a name and to be told it wasn't you was enormous. It was hugely helpful for me, and it really helped to, I think, allow myself to kind of forgive a lot of the shame that I'd been carrying. Just another reason that this next year, feels as good a time as any to have kind of a rebirth of sorts. I've always been completely fascinated by why are we the way that we are? What makes us tick? Why do we do these things? And obviously, in hindsight, that's because the people who I was surrounded by, their brains work differently to me. So of course I was going to be completely perplexed. But that's kind of what I want to explore here. I'd like to revisit some stuff from my past, some stuff that maybe I've never talked about before, some things that maybe I have. Just, with the wisdom of age and experience, maybe get some new insights. We can relitigate some of the topics that we've talked about over the years. And I think that kind of, sometimes it feels a little bit like rehashing, but going back and analysing things can be really helpful. And hopefully, in doing that, I can help some of you do the same. I've taken a lot of you, I would imagine, depending on who watches this video, I would imagine I've taken a lot of you with me on this journey as I kind of grew into myself. And while I kind of, in a lot of ways, feel like exactly the same person that I was when I uploaded that first YouTube video, in a lot of ways, I also feel completely different. I so appreciate those of you, obviously, who've been with me since the very beginning, but also those of you who've joined along the way. I'm looking at this as kind of a new chapter in the book and a means to start my 40th year with a healthy dose of introspection. So maybe I'll turn 40 and just feel self actualized and like really myself. It's completely self indulgent. I accept that. But if you can't be self indulgent on a self titled YouTube channel sitting in front of a microphone, when can you? I hope that you will follow along and I hope that you will enjoy some of the topics and some of the discussions that we have. But for now, thanks for stopping by.